citizen to see you, Mr. Mayor.
Citizen? They're not allowed in here. This is public property.
Power does what it wants. Power does what it wants. Power does what it wants.
Hey guys, Rogue Nation here with you today, and man, do we have an interesting video here for us today. This is dealing with Jeffrey Siegmeister, who was the state attorney up there in the Columbia County area. I forget what circuit it is here in Florida that he was the state attorney for, but he got busted, ended up going to jail, and this is some of the evidence he offered up in order for him to get his deal, this agreement that he made with the U.S. attorney. So we're going to read some of this document. It's 7 pages long. I don't think I'm going to read all of it. If anybody would like to read all of it, you can email me and I'll be happy to shoot you a copy of this. But we're just going to touch on some of the basic things. Now, all this is going to do for viewers of my channel, people that have watched my channel for years, all this is going to do is confirm what we already know, right? Like, this isn't stuff that we don't think goes on. This is stuff that we know goes on, and yet a lot of people hide it, right? Which is why we do what we do. And this is just one example. I'm sure there's numerous examples all throughout the country of this very same activity that you're going to find here in this paperwork from the FBI. So without going on any further, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to try to blow it up a little bit more so that way everybody can see it on the screen. You can pause if you like and read it. Let's get right into it. Date of entry is 11/18/2021. This is from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. This is a proffer agreement with Siegmeister. After he gets the agreement, this is the information that he provides. It says, Michael O'Steen was a bad attorney, but a great friend to have on the campaign trail. O'Steen was close with Herman Sanchez and Joe Anderson. Joe Anderson is Doug Anderson's father. Joe Anderson is now deceased. Two wealthy and politically influential people in the area. O'Steen invited Siegmeister to Sanchez Farms to show him what a big farming operation it was. On one occasion, O'Steen told Siegmeister he had spoken to Anderson and that Anderson and others were going to contribute to Siegmeister's campaign for state attorney. Siegmeister met with Joe Anderson and picked up a $2,500 check. Siegmeister was smart enough to know that O'Steen told them to support Siegmeister for office. It was an event like this that reminded Siegmeister he needed O'Steen if he wanted to continue as the state attorney. O'Steen had an in with the Andersons. O'Steen helped Siegmeister politically and used that leverage to solicit favors from Siegmeister for his clients. O'Steen wore him out and was all in calling Siegmeister to get things. The pressure from O'Steen was constant. The Bull transaction in September 2018 was a culmination of everything. When Siegmeister refused to give O'Steen the things he wanted, O'Steen would threaten to have someone run against him as state attorney and would exert political pressure on him. Appeasing O'Steen was a necessary evil for people trying to govern in the area. As an example, Siegmeister recalled a time when he received a call from Sylvester Warren. Now let me pause there for a second, guys. You might remember Sylvester Warren. He was in my video with Jay Madison at the Lake City Police Department one time where they stole that lady's car. It was a rental car that she had rented out, and someone had gotten busted with drugs in it, and the cops were trying to keep her rental car over it. We met Sylvester there. He's a great guy. Warren told Siegmeister he had been at a party and that people were looking to replace him as state attorney for the 3rd Judicial Circuit with John Durrett. Warren was very influential with black voters in the circuit and suggested he could help Siegmeister. Warren implied that the dissatisfaction with Siegmeister related to an attempted murder case his office was handling involving Rhonda Weish. O'Steen represented Weish, and Siegmeister had made it clear to him that he did not support a probation plea. The case was important to O'Steen because he was trying to booster his reputation in Lake City, Florida. On one occasion, Siegmeister agreed to meet with Ricky Jurgen at the Brown Lantern restaurant in Live Oak, Florida. Siegmeister was upset to find that Jurgen had invited Warren to meet with them. Warren said he wanted to get to know Siegmeister, but Siegmeister sensed it was about the Weish case. In seeking a reduced sentence for Weish, O'Steen presented a letter from Jesse Weish, Rhonda Weich's husband, to Siegmeister. Although the letter expressed Jesse Weich's support for a reduced sentence, Siegmeister met with Jesse Weish to discuss the matter. Jesse Weish admitted he wrote the letter, but he explained he felt pressured and understood it would help him receive the assets in the pending divorce. Siegmeister only became directly involved in the Weish case because of O'Steen's involvement as defense counsel. On April 16, 2018, after the Weish plea agreement was approved by Siegmeister and tendered, Siegmeister sent a photo of some of his bulls via text to O'Steen. The purpose of the text was to suggest that O'Steen purchase a bull in exchange for Siegmeister intervening to give Rhonda Weish a more favorable resolution and less prison time. Siegmeister was tired of being bothered by O'Steen and never getting anything in return. The text was likely the first time he suggested to O'Steen that he wanted something in return. O'Steen said he would show the bulls around to get a buyer. Siegmeister approved pre-trial diversion for O'Steen's brother, but there was no quid pro quo. Afterwards, Siegmeister texted, "When are you going to buy Wilbur?" and attached a photo of one of his bulls. Siegmeister was letting O'Steen know that his favors were going to cost him. Siegmeister's ex-wife, Jamie Siegmeister, told him she was approached at a bar by Aaron Collins. Collins had been represented by O'Steen in a commercial fishing case with Siegmeister's office. Collins was angry because O'Steen promised that for $15,000 he could get Siegmeister to make the case go away. Collins paid O'Steen the money, but the case was not dismissed. Collins was eventually acquitted after a non-jury trial at which he was represented by a different attorney. Because of adverse rulings, Siegmeister always offered pretrial diversion for commercial fishing cases. O'Steen knew that Collins' case could have been resolved with a few $100 fine and pretrial diversion, but O'Steen still charged Collins a lot of money. Siegmeister opined O'Steen extorted his clients for exorbitant fees when Siegmeister would have given them the same resolution. Siegmeister did not know Collins. Siegmeister was present when a search warrant was executed at the Treasure Island internet gambling business operated by Andy Tong. Siegmeister previously sent letters to individuals operating internet gambling businesses, and they ceased operations. Siegmeister felt he had to prosecute Tong because he was operating after others complied. Siegmeister did not recall speaking with O'Steen from the site of the search warrant. Later in the evening, Siegmeister spoke with O'Steen via telephone from his home. The two spoke because O'Steen was representing Sean Vonnegut, an employee of Tong's business. Vonnegut had a gun seized by law enforcement during the search warrant. Siegmeister told O'Steen he wanted Vonnegut to be a witness in the case against Tong. Siegmeister told O'Steen that Tong had a lot of problems and that he was going to hammer him. Siegmeister told O'Steen that they seized tons of cash from Treasure Island. Siegmeister said Tong ultimately received a pretrial intervention because of O'Steen. Siegmeister told O'Steen to get paid when he talked to O'Steen about Vonnegut. O'Steen was hired by Tong to represent him in the case. Siegmeister did not recall a Jacksonville-based attorney, Kelly Mathis, initially representing Tong. Siegmeister's initial approach to the Tong case changed over time for a few reasons, to include pending criminal justice reform suggested internet gambling would be reduced to a misdemeanor. Other circuits only seized and forfeited the halls and assets without criminal charges. And 3, other operators only received a 60-day letter. Tong's violation was a level 1 offense, which would result in probation and no jail time. O'Steen requested that Siegmeister allow Tong to receive pretrial diversion. O'Steen stopped by Siegmeister's office to discuss the Tong case approximately 2 weeks prior to a meeting at Siegmeister's farm on August 17, 2018. At his office, Siegmeister told O'Steen that Tong would have to take a felony plea and receive probation. Siegmeister made it clear to O'Steen for the first time that he would have to come through and buy one of his bulls for Tong to receive pretrial diversion. O'Steen responded affirmatively by saying something like, "That is doable." Siegmeister and O'Steen were the only parties to the meeting. Siegmeister did not initially know how much money O'Steen received from Tong, but during a conversation at Siegmeister's residence on August 17, 2018, O'Steen told Siegmeister he received $60,000. Siegmeister told O'Steen that the amount was insane, to which O'Steen laughed. On September 12, 2018, O'Steen and his father met with Siegmeister at Siegmeister's farm. Siegmeister sold Shands, his bull, for $4,000. Siegmeister did not know who would be coming to pick up the bull, so he made the receipt out to O'Steen. When O'Steen and his father arrived, O'Steen's father gave Siegmeister a $4,000 check. O'Steen was concerned that the receipt had his name on it and asked Siegmeister if it should be made out to his father. Siegmeister told O'Steen he was selling the bull and the transaction was separate. Siegmeister said there was nothing to hide. O'Steen told Siegmeister the timing of him purchasing a bull from Siegmeister was concerning. It was during this conversation that Siegmeister fully recognized the illegality of the agreement. Siegmeister said it pissed him off that O'Steen got paid $60,000. O'Steen helped Siegmeister win Dixie County. Siegmeister was not afraid of O'Steen in court, but he was afraid of him politically. Siegmeister said, "I destroyed everything for very little." Now again, guys, this is stuff that we know goes on, but it doesn't come out as often as it needs to. And partially that is because the mainstream media doesn't focus on this kind of stuff, right? They're paid off as well. But they're the only ones that have the resources to go after these guys, to hire private detectives to sit outside these guys' homes and, watch what they do and follow these guys around and see who, what backdoor deals they're making and, pay informants and stuff like that. People like me, we're just independent. We have to rely on other folks giving us information because we don't have the time or the money to conduct investigations like the mainstream news should be able to conduct, but never seem to. Again, guys, this is 7 pages. I've gotten to 4 of the 7 pages, so there's still a lot left. They talk about using cocaine and all the people that O'Steen uses cocaine with and some other stuff. So definitely, if you're in this district of Florida, you definitely want to look at this to see who the players are in your area, the politically connected, and maybe start some investigations of your own. Obviously, you can look up any of the news reports on Siegmeister and O'Steen. They both were convicted. Both got a little bit of time, I do believe. Nothing compared to what they should have gotten, obviously, because they're politically connected, right? I mean, that's how it all works. So, justice for me, but not for thee. So, you know, just again, documenting the exact reason why we are needed out here, pulling records, you know, filming all interactions. You never know when you're going to catch something. So, absolutely. And guys, don't forget to watch the video tonight. Make sure you tell all your friends, share it. It's going to be an awesome video. Officer on video caught taking a bribe. Internal Affairs covers it up, says it's a gift. Just ridiculous. So keep watching tonight, guys, and we'll see you later. All right, thanks for watching.